So arches are on. Picked up a set of arches and side trims from Mr. Dubstock. Mainly get them from them because they're genuine used parts. You know they're going to fit. As soon as I put that rear arch on, as soon as I got it on there, it just made the car look like a car again. I've got some clips coming for that. It's on there, but it's not solid. So yeah, bonnet squirters are on as well. Got another set of those off Brennan, because all the trims and stuff I didn't have. For those of you who don't know, if you look back at the first videos, this was in the stages of being max powered, and someone obviously gave up on it. So obviously all the holes in the doors weren't there with the trim. It was smoothed at the back, all this sort of rubbish. So what I'm just going to show you on now is, obviously I had the doors shut when I was spraying. Now some of you might be thinking, what about the paint that's going in those gaps? Yes, it does go in the gaps. And what you'll end up with is, if that zooms in, come on, there we go. Right, you see that's dull. Obviously that's where the paint stuck to it. The paint, I know it's good because the paint below that is nice, clean gloss. So all that's in here is just tiny little particles. So you can't see that, but all I've got is 1500, a bit of 1500 wet and dry. You don't need much on there. All you're doing, just gently going over it, and all you're doing is just taking off, if you think about it as that's got a scattering of paint particles. There you go, it's all smooth again. No effort in that whatsoever. So if you're worried about, if you are going to spray your car, you want to touch up a panel or something, you're worried about getting paint everywhere. Obviously the door seals are closed. It's a bit of a ball having to do this, but that's taken me, what, how many seconds, and that's back to smooth again. So it's just all the door shuts in the back. Same with the top of the door and the back and the side of it. Zoom. Stupid thing. Yeah, so it's just the same as this. Quick bit of 1500 wet and dry. Get it all off, and then just run a bit of polish around it just with your hand. Make it shine again. So simple little tip. So I've had the car outside, turned it around, and I'm really happy with how the side I've just sprayed looks. Happy with that. There was a tiny bit on the wing, but I'm just going to leave it. I'm not fussed with that. I can read that at a later date. Door's good. So all I need to respray is this top quarter panel. So window out, mask up from that line. Spray that. I'll try and you can just, it's quite hard to see. This sort of area here is noticeably darker than the rest. I don't know if you'll be able to catch it on the camera. You can sort of just see two lines. One line there, another one. And on the quarter panel across there, there's another darker line. Which is, and there's one there, you can see that line there. That is where I've sprayed it, and obviously I put too close, and that's where all the metallic particles and the paint is grouped together, so you've got a noticeably black line in it. So it's a case of take that out, respray that quarter. That'll be that side done. You can just see it better there, actually, that dark line there. There's a tiny bit on the boot on that edge, but I'm not worried about that. That could be another job down the line. So those arches are on, fitted lovely again. I've riveted them on, so they're not going to be falling off. I'll get some paint on those rivets. From one of the pictures I've used, I found quite a lot of car products can be used everywhere else. Like Maguire's tyre gel is fantastic for interior stuff as well as arches and tyres. Now I got some Dodo Juice Tyre-O-Matic for tyres, which is a bit of a weird stuff because it says to put on the tyre, let it dry, then buff off with water or rinse off with water. I tried it on the tyres, it didn't seem to do much. It looks alright, but I tried it on the arches. Obviously these have had nothing treated on for I don't know how many years. So I've left them to, it should soak into it and make it look nice. They come out quite good. When people say to use a heat gun on arches and bumpers, don't do that. It's just going to melt the plastic. If you think about plastic in, like polystyrene, you've got polystyrene, you've got all the little balls inside there. Imagine that's under a microscope of what plastic is. So when you heat it up, you're making those balls melt together on the plastic. With care stuff or treatment stuff or whatever you want to put on it, what that does, it soaks in between all the little tiny particles of plastic. So eventually you'll get a nice even covering. Like I did it on my door cards, the rear door cards, inside of there. One of them was grey and white and horrible, and I was like, oh. So I put some Maguire's tie gel on it, put it on there, and it didn't really do much. So I put a nice bigger coating on it, and then came back the next day, and it was all black and shiny because it's had that. Again, it's a plastic sort of coating. It's had that time for whatever you put on there to actually soak into the tiny microscopic areas of it and fill it up, and overall you have a nice look. So just use treatment, or there's millions of ways you can do it, but definitely do not use a heat gun. So yeah, we're pretty happy with this. It's moving along pretty quickly. So I'll get that window popped out. Another one as well, with windows. I've seen a few people, and someone's asked how to take windows out, first masking them up. The windows literally take less than the time it takes you to mask that up properly to get a nice job around it. You can pop the window out. They're very easy to pop in and out. So honestly, if you're going to do any paint work, just take the windows out. Obviously the front one's a bit awkward. Obviously driver's ones and past you can wind down, take the seals off, the boot again pops out. They're so easy to pop in and out to respray them. It's much more smarter job. That was very good English. It's a lot smarter job once you put the window back in instead of masking it up, because you could have a nice finish. That looks nice finish, but if I'd have taken the masking tape off the window, it just looked terrible. So always take the time to just get stuff out, take the lights off. These are Mk2, they're easy to come apart. Like I say, yesterday it took me, or the other day it took me probably half an hour to, on obviously the driver's side, put the light back in, put the window back in, put all that door rubber back on, put the wing mirror on, and put the indicator on. Easy little cars to work on. That's why they're so fantastic. Right, I'll get on with this. Stop jabbering. There you go, windows out. That was 2 minutes 29 seconds to take the window out, and all I used was a metal ruler. So all I did was push the ruler down between the seal, slide it along just to dislodge the seal at the top, Then on this side, just reach down with my thumb, just push the seal off, and then the window pops out. Obviously, yes, I've scratched it, but I'm going to respray it anyway, so no biggie. Simples. There we go. That's that side painted, clear coated. Just took the masking off because the paint's a bit tacky at the moment, so I just gently took it all off. So obviously that has left a little tiny line where I thought it would, and up there, which is fine because obviously that's going to be under a decal. But obviously I will leave that for a day, 2-3 days maybe, let it proper solidly harden, and then get wet sand in that. Down to where I'm happy with it. I'll probably give the rest of the car a going over just with a bit 2.5, mainly the door really and the bits around there, top of the door and stuff, and then give all this side and full machine polish with the 3M. The arches are on, pop them on. Once the clip's turned, I can put the other door trims on, and that window can go back in, and then the boot needs a decal around it, so I can get that done at some point. And then it's just the roof, which is from there looks perfect, lovely and clean. But when you keep look, there you go. See that there? You've got a ripple there. There's quite a few ripples in the roof, which is very annoying. See, I don't know if you can see them, but you can see them better there. See, just in front of the aerial, up that area, ripple bits there. You can see it better from this side. There you go. Here you can see worse there. All that sort of mess around the middle is just ripples, which is quite annoying because it's a nice finish on the paint. But once it's all dry, once quarter panel's all dry and I've all sorted this side of the car out, then I'll come back to what I'm going to do with the roof. Probably just have to sand it back down, flat it down, and then spray it again. Bit of a pain, but hey ho. But that's looking nice. I did have a problem spraying as well. For ages it wasn't getting a clear spray out. That had blocked up. It's actually like a little breather. So you've got air coming in, out, taking the paint with it. But obviously as the paint's going out, it sort of causes a vacuum there. You've got no what's it called? No bleed off kind of thing. There's a little hole in the side there, goes down, so there's no air coming in to allow the paint to come out. So as soon as I took the cap off, it sprayed perfectly. So that's gone on really nice actually. It's a nice even coat. I've got a little run at the back around there, but it's fine. It'll wet sand out. So yeah, I'm quite happy how that's gone on. So yeah, I'll get on with it then.